I am Zatu, the narrator, the unseen voice that guides you through this grand adventure. You, the listener, can hear my words, yet the characters within this tale remain oblivious to my presence. I am your window into their world, your guide to the secrets and intricacies of those who dwell within it. Like Watu the Watcher, I am bound by the sacred code of non-interference. I cannot sway the tides of fate, nor dictate what paths our heroes will tread. I am but the weaver of stories, the scribe of destiny, chronicling events as they unfold. Brace yourself, for the journey ahead promises wonder, peril, and revelations beyond imagination. Let us step into the tale together as I unveil its mysteries to you.
Welcome back to LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. My name is Jordan, and I am the host of this podcast, and I am also the narrator. And today we actually have a special episode. Today I'm joined by Josh. Josh, who are you playing as?
I'm playing Blazor today, a mutant with elemental powers.
So, if you've been listening for a little while, you kind of have an idea of who Blazor is and what he can do, but you actually don't know the origin story of Blazor. So I wanted to do something a little special where we give players the opportunity to play through basically, their origin story. So every character they come with a backstory, and it's always important to know, where that character started from and where that character is kind of going. So, I'm kind of excited. This story is something brand new, and hopefully everyone will enjoy this. So I just want to place the settings a little bit. You are a mutant, so therefore we got some other mutants going on here. The setting is basically in Genosha, where mutants live underneath. It's kind of peaceful times, right at the beginning of. It's peaceful now, but this is right at the beginning of, the mutant nation of Genosha being kind of attacked by an unknown group. So we're just gonna start, and Blazor is already he's this Blazor isn't Blazor yet. To say this is a young Kale Arden, so we will refer you'll be I guess hear me refer to him by his maiden name. But without any further ado, you find yourself sitting by the ocean, just reminiscing about good times that you've had with your family. You are the young child, the only child of two mutant parents. You guys live on the island side of the mutant nation of Genosha. Things are good. You have best friends here. You think things are good and just peaceful times. As you're just sitting there enjoying the sand. What do you think? What's think going through your mind right now?
I'm just thinking about ways to use my powers and like always kind of like practicing and toying around with and just kind of trying to delve into like, what what my power really is and how I can use it.
As you, one of the things I want to mention, you are in your kind of standard form because we know Future Blazer actually has a power to shapeshift, which is one of the things we don't really talk about a lot. Um, you are just in your human form now. There's no energy form with you right now. You're just in your regular human form.
Yep.
Uh, you see some ships kind of just appear upon the horizon. What are you thinking when you see these ships kind of just appear out of nowhere?
Are these like ships in the ocean? Are these airships?
These are like ships in the ocean,
Um,
and you see them, and you see just like a cross on like the banners.
yeah, I would try and take a look and see, what the banners read just out of curiosity. I don't know if we're near any shipping lanes, but always curious to see what kind of traffic's passing through.
So we can go ahead and make our first check to see if you can identify, what's on these ships. So it'll be a vigilance check with a target number of 11.
Right. So I rolled a 355 for a result of 13.
Nice. So that's you passing it. So you see these ships and you notice like a massive cross on the on the I guess what is that thing called? On the flag basically. And it says that, you know, mutants mutants must die. How do you feel seeing that? Just and it's making some good pace towards you right now. And you see the sign that says mutants must die.
All right, that's a little scary. I mean, this is an island of mutants. Um, so it's you kind of unexpected. That's not what I'm expecting to see sitting out here on the beach. Um, but I'm a little alarmed though. I don't know if this is some joke or what.
As you're kind of like watching this ship like making its way towards you, you don't even realize that there is a man kind of walking towards you with a gun in his hand, with a rifle, I should say at that. He's making his way down the beach and you spot him real fast. How do you want to react?
Um, yeah, I think I'd kind of like to like maybe move away. Is he heading like towards me or just
Yeah,
out?
he's just walking towards you right now. He doesn't look like he has any, anger or anything on his face. He's just sternly looking at you, walking towards you.
Yeah, I think I might get up and start backing away, uh, and just see if maybe starts following me or
As as you're kind of walking away, he yells at you, "Hey, you, stop where you are." You stop, and he just basically walks right up on you, and he asks you, "What's your name?" How do you respond?
that's uh I'm not sure that's any of your business. There's something I can help you with?
I'm not going to ask you again. What is your name? Do you know who I am?
I have no idea who you are.
You look pretty normal to me. This is what island is this? Never been here before. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I mean, I'm hanging out at the beach. This is where I live.
He questions you. So you live on a beach?
I live
You,
on an island. An island has a beach.
are you by yourself?
No, I got friends out and around. We're all just having a day at the beach.
You wouldn't happen to be a mutie, would you?
Are you saying you might be surprised to find a mutant on the island of Genosha?
So this is Genosha, the island that we've heard about, full of mutants. So you're saying you're a mutant?
I mean, I'm saying I'm on the island of Genosha, and so are you. So are you a mutant?
I don't like this line of questioning. You see him he gets a little hesitant. He kind of starts to kind of reach for his gun. How do you want to react right now?
Um, so yeah, I think at this point I kind of would want to de-escalate and be like, hold up there, buddy. Like we would get off on the wrong foot. Like I'm just hanging out on the beach. I haven't seen any mutants. And like
Let
see if I can like try and coax him down some.
Okay. Would you want to do like a ego check like for humanity, or do you want to try to kind of outsmart him with a logic check?
I would try and go with an ego check.
Okay. So then you can make an ego check against his ego defense. And let me check one second. Let me check his traits right quick.
Okay.
Um okay, he does not have any traits that can help him out. Do you have any traits or anything that can help you on his ego check?
I do not.
Okay. So then you can make an ego check to see if you can kind of de-escalate this situation.
So I rolled a 2, 4, and a 2 with a +2 for my non-combat checks for ego. That is a 10.
That is, you failed that check. He
Oh,
he gets a little angry. He tells you, turn around, lay on the ground, and put your hands behind your back. You're coming with me. Do you do it?
nope, nope. I don't think I'm coming with you.
In that case, you leave me no choice. He quickly yells out, hey, I got one of them. And as he yells out, you take a look above you and you see another one just above you on the cliffs. And he's also aiming down his sights right now. How do you want to react?
All right. So I'm gonna shoot a beam of energy at this guy in front of me, and then try and make a run for it.
Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and shoot the beam energy. It'll be an agility check, and it could be against his agility defense.
Right. And that's a 14,
That is enough. How much damage did you do?
7.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
Um, so I can see that I'm being surrounded. So I know that I've got this energy burst that I can fire. So I just turn and open up and fire energy beam at this guy, hoping I can at least knock him off balance and get away.
He gets hit. He gets hit by the beam. He doesn't go down, but he's hurting. His partner gets ready to take the shot, and out of nowhere, you see just a flaming fireball come out. And I'm going to make an agility check right quick. The flame comes out of nowhere, hits the guy that was on the cliffside, and he quickly gets hit, and you see him basically fall to the ground. As you look up, you see a familiar face flying in the air, and you yell out, Magma, is that you?
Magma, rank 3, height 5'6", weight 131 pounds. Female, eyes blue, hair blonde, size, average distinguishing features, none. Amara Aquila, also known as Magma, was born in Nova Roma, a hidden Roman colony in the Brazilian jungle. Her life took a dramatic turn when the Black Priestess, Selene Gallio, launched a coup. Forced to flee, Amara encountered the New Mutants, but was later captured by Selene and thrown into a pit of lava. Instead of dying, she discovered her ability to control and merge with molten rock. With her new powers, she defeated Selene and joined the New Mutants under the codename Magma. Over time, Magma also served with the X-Men but stayed connected to her New Mutant roots. While she's recently stepped back from active heroics, she remains a close friend to the team and a trusted backup member.
When you see Magma, how do you react? And tell me who Magma is.
So Magma is a fellow mutant on the island and one of my good friends that I've been running around with, and we're hanging out down at the, or I guess I was at, and I guess I didn't know she was up there. So yeah, just one of my good friends from the island I'm running around with.
So the mutant falls, Magma flies down next to you. So now it's looking like a 2v1. You guys have this guy surrounded. He looks like he's not sitting down. He's not staying down. So with that, we're gonna roll for initiative. Even though it's a 2v1, we're gonna roll for initiative here to see uh who we get going. So go ahead and roll for initiative, and I will get you. I'll write it down who we got. So I'm gonna roll for initiative for Magma.
That's a 12 for me.
Okay. Magma got a 17, and the mysterious person got a fantastic an 11. So he is actually going to go into a bonus round. Okay, so he is actually going to go into a bonus round, and for his turn, he's going to run. Actually, he's not going to run. He's going to go and try to basically take a shot at Magma, seeing as she just took down his teammate. So it's going to be an agility check, and he rolled a 12, and that is a miss against Magma. He starts shooting at Magma. Magma basically just puts her hands up, still on fire, and melts all the bullets right before they can even get to her. And with that, it's her turn, starting at the top of the round. Magma is actually she's going to let you have this one. She's going to hold her turn. She's going to look at you and say, "Let's see how much you've grown." And with that, is now your turn, Blazor. What do you want to do? Or
Like,
not
all right,
Blazor, sorry,
yeah.
Kale.
All right, buddy, you had your chance to walk away, so you shouldn't have taken a shot at Magma. So yeah, so I'm gonna fire my elemental burst at him again.
Okay, so it'll
I
be an agility check.
I rolled a 12,
That is enough to hit him. How much damage we talking?
13.
All right, so tell us what happened.
Uh, yeah, so Magma kind of saved me from behind to come land beside me, and this guy still has the nerve to open fire at my friend. So I'm gonna shoot him again. Basically, I don't know who he is or where he came from, but he's going down.
The energy beam or the energy burst hits him right in the chest. He quickly drops to his knees. He's down, but he's still conscious. Anything you want to tell him about or ask him?
Yeah, like who are you and what are you guys doing here?
He says, "Mutant scum like you don't deserve to know who we are, but we are the purifiers."
Purifiers rank 1 real name varies, height varies, weight varies, gender varies, eyes varies, hair varies, size varies, usually average, distinguishing features none. William Stryker, a former U.S. Army sergeant, became an anti-mutant extremist after murdering his mutant child and wife. Leaving the army, he turned into a fiery preacher, amassing a fanatical following and forming a militia known as the Purifiers. Stryker aimed to eradicate mutants, even attempting to force Professor X to psychically wipe them out, but was repeatedly thwarted by the X-Men. Though the X-Men defeated him multiple times, Stryker returned each time more dangerous and less human until Sabretooth destroyed his soul in hell, ending him permanently. Despite his death, his cult, the Purifiers, endures, now aligned with other anti-mutant groups like Homines Verendi and Orcus.
We come to get rid the mutant gene. Anyone who is a mutant must die. The human race must prevail. So says his God. And he just looks at you and spits on the ground, like, just spits on the ground, pissed. Anything else you want to ask him?
So you're one of those nutsos. Is that your ship offshore?
You won't get any more information out of me. Magma looks at him. She's like, "You know what? You're done." And she just, with her flaming hand, she just like thumps him on the forehead and just leaves like a little burn mark right in the middle of his forehead, and he just passes out. She tells you, you know, these people just came out of nowhere. They're all over the island. Things are getting bad real fast. They are trying to just kill everyone they see. She quickly tells you that, you know, your house, your parents' house, they are being attacked. We need to get to there as quick as we can. How are you? Are you just how are you feeling about this, hearing what's going on right now?
I mean, that's wild. I was just expecting to have a day at the beach. I'm not planning on being attacked. So yeah, no, let's get back to my house as fast as we can.
All right. We're trying to get you on the map. It's over here.
Okay, I can see the map.
So you and Magma. come running. All you see is, you know, family homes being burned. You see bodies on the ground. You see these men, dressed in black with crosses on them, shouting, guns waving, gunshots in the air. You see smoke in the air. You see your mentor facing off against four people. You look over towards her in all green with green hair, green lipstick. She is fending off a ton of these guys at one time. And she looks at you. You guys make eye contact. Uh, who is this? Can you name this mysterious? Who's your mentor?
That's my mentor, Lorna Dane, Polaris.
Polaris rank 4, height 5'7", weight 115 pounds. Gender, female. Eyes, green. Hair, green. Size, average. Distinguishing features, none. Lorna Dane, also known as Polaris, grew up unaware that she was Magneto's daughter, having been raised by her aunt and uncle. Her life changed at 19 when Mesmero kidnapped her and activated her latent mutant powers, hoping to use her as a weapon. The X-Men thwarted his plans and invited her to join their ranks. Taking the codename Polaris, Lorna became a familiar figure at X-Men headquarters, working to uncover her true parentage and eventually reconnecting with her father. She had a long-term, turbulent relationship with Havoc, Alex Summers, and while their romance ended, they remained on good terms professionally. Today, Polaris is a respected member of the mutant nation of Krakoa, serving as a backup for both X-Factor and the X-Men, despite not being part of any governing councils.
You see Polaris just, I just feel like I said that word, Polaris. You just see metal, metallic, things just going in and out of people. You are on this sandy beach. There are a lot of, metallic things in sand. And so you just see her fending off a lot of these guys. You look to see her house on the right side, of the island. You make your way inside the house. One of the purifiers actually has your mom and your dad, guns to their head. And he says, "Who are you? What are you doing in here?" And you see your family crying. What's going through your mind right now?
This is just nuts. I can't. I mean, like, I guess I'm in shock. Basically, my home's been invaded. Uh,
He he says all mutants must die. He tells you to choose one. Who do you choose?
Wait, now who am I? Wait, so who am I choosing?
Your mom or your dad? He's telling them, everyone's gonna die. You have the opportunity to save one right now. You choose. Or how do you react?
I mean, I'm gonna.
Your mom is screaming. She's like, "Run,
And
get out of here. We can do it." Your dad is just like, "Son, get out of here right now. Go get safe. Don't worry about us."
so I'm gonna. I mean, and how many of the guys are there?
There's one guy, two guns, two parents. What's your reaction?
I'm shooting the guy.
So you're gonna take the shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the shot.
Let's see. Let's say it'd be an agility check. If you fail this, someone may die. See if you can beat his agility, his
Uh,
reaction.
it's 13.
You see the sweat. It's just like dripping down his eyes. Your eyes glow blue. You take the shot. You hit him. How much damage did you do?
9.
As you hit him, he pulls the trigger. Your dad body hits the ground. Your mom screams. It was almost enough to take him out, but it wasn't quite enough. How do you react seeing what just happened?
I mean, I'm just furious and I gonna shoot him again.
As As your father's body basically hits the ground, Polaris hears your mother screams. She also hears you scream, no, like the typical thing that just happens. For the first time, your body begins to fully glow. The bright blue that the Blazor of today, as we know, you fully just get energized. And now you can try another agility check.
All right. That's a 13.
You hit him. He goes down. But as he hits the ground, your mom is just sitting there crying. Polaris, she's out there battling on her own. A group of men, you know, arrive at your doorstep, seeing one of their own down. They see you fully blazed up, and they just begin to open up fire, firing directly at you and your mother. What do you want to do in this moment? What do you do?
Um, so I want to, you know, push my mom to safety, and then start, firing, like try and take cover, but also fire back at these guys and try and fight my way out of this, and then call for help. I know uh, Magma's around somewhere, and Polaris is nearby.
Okay. So let's see if you are fast enough to push your mom down and do everything you need to do. So this is going to be an agility check with a target number of 11.
I rolled a 15.
You push her down, I assume you push her to safety. I assume, if you flip tables up and somehow, in movies, tables all automatically save people. I don't know how that works in movies, but it definitely does. And so they're going to start shooting at you. And you said, how did you want to react to them shooting at you?
um,
So you say you're able to save her.
yeah,
Now
save
what?
her, and then I kind of want to get a position where I've got some cover, so but I can also start returning fire, like trying to take these guys down.
Yeah, let me check one thing right quick. You suddenly feel basically a rumble throughout these guys are shooting at you right now. You had to end up ducking behind there with your mom. They're shooting at you right now. The house begins to rumble. Things just start just falling off the wall. And you see your mentor in the background. She is fully powered up right now. She uses her elemental spear, which is one of the powers we haven't seen yet. So elemental spear, the character envelops themselves and any chosen people within 5 spaces times their rank in a protector spear comprised of their element. When the spear is formed, the character makes an ego check and compares it to the results of the agility defense of the unwanted characters in an enclosed space. On a success, the character can move any unwanted people on the outside of the perimeter. On a fantastic, such people can suffer full damage. Any attacks against the spear is absorbed or instantly made. So these guys are shooting, and you just see a metal shielding just completely protect you and your mom. You look back, and it's Polaris. She's doing all this. So right now, we're gonna roll for initiative. You know, this is currently a bad situation for you. This is two against five, four people. Sorry, because one of the guys got out of there. Two against five, two against four right now.
All right, I just rolled a 14.
Then let me put the turn order on. Polaris got a 15.
And am I already inside her elemental sphere?
Yes,
Okay.
you're basically she has a metal shielding, just basically you're behind it still. The purifiers got a 9, the group of them, and then let me get you at it. And then what did you roll on 11?
14.
14. Okay. No fantastic or anything, but it's going to be Polaris, then then your character Kel, and then the Purifiers. So Polaris, she quickly notices, well, after she protects you, she quickly uh grabs using a elemental grab, which we've talked about this one before. But she's gonna pay her focus, and then she's gonna make an ego check against the melee defense. So
Nice.
that was a 17. So she's able to pull. So she's pulling one of the guards, or one of the purifiers, all the way towards her to get him from out of the house. And she just pulls him. And now Blazer's your turn.
All right. So I'm going to.
So because you are hidden right now behind something, any characters make an attack against you are gonna have trouble.
Okay. Do I have trouble
Nope,
attacking them? Okay.
nope, you're good.
Okay. So then I'm going to second ping. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna fire an elemental burst at that guy right there. To the right, just or to my
Yep,
right.
I see it.
Right. And I rolled a fantastic 17.
Oh wow. So double damage. Tell us what happened there.
Um, yeah, so Polaris has just kind of like saved my bacon. Outnumbered, outmanned, outgunned. But she's got a shield over me, and just pulled one of the guys away. So, and I'm still just enraged, like these guys just straight up murdered my father. So I'm just full bore opening up on one of these psychos.
You hit him and he just goes flying back, hits the house behind him, and doesn't get up. The other purifier, seeing what just happened, he's gonna the active threat, he feels like is not you right now. So he's gonna turn around, he's gonna run, and he's actually gonna hide behind the building and take a shot at Polaris. So it's gonna be an agility check. An 11 does not hit Polaris. She creates a shielding, just pops up, and all the bullets just go flying to the metal shielding, protecting her. If Polaris tried to make an attack against him, she's going to have trouble, but because you have the better angle, you're going to be completely fine. It is now her turn, and she's just going to, you know, use her since the guy she pulled the guy to her, and she's actually just gonna just give him a good old right hook, even though I feel like that's something Polaris wouldn't do, but she's gonna give him a good old melee check.
Dang.
17 for 25 damage, and she creates basically like a metal fist around her hand, and it's like as soon as she swings, just like all forms around her hand, and just like punches him right in the face, and he goes down. It's now your turn, Blazer.
All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna fire an elemental burst at the guy who uh had just taken the shot at Polaris, the guy that ran away from me, or not really ran from me, ran towards Polaris and missed shooting her.
Be an agility check.
It's 13
13 is enough to hit him.
and it's 15 damage.
Yes, to tell us what happened there.
Um, yeah, so like even though I dropped the guy next to him, this guy sort of run off after Polaris. And he's crouched down and is just totally focused on her, but I've got a clear shot at him. So I just focus as hard as I can and fire more another energy beam at this guy.
The energy beam hits him in the back. It's just like, ah! And you see just like the smoke just come off his back. And you manage to, the energy burst, burn through his clothing. And you just see the smoking on his back. And he doesn't get up.
All
There's
right.
one final purifier left. The purifier takes a run for the house. And he's just kind of he kind of hides out here right now. He's kind of settled in right now, and he's actually gonna just he's gonna hold his turn. He's gonna just wait behind that door and see what happens. Polaris' turn. She drops the shielding that was protecting you. She flies up in the air, activating her flight ability, and she's gonna use elemental push on the door that he's actually hiding behind. Costs her 10 focus. The character makes an ego attack against the target's agility defense. If the attack succeeds, the character can move the target in any direction up to one space times the character's rank. On a fantastic success, the target also takes regular damage and is knocked prone and suffers the element effect. So it's gonna make an ego check. 16, doing 20 damage. She pushes the door. Oh wait, did he take damage? Hang on. Attacks the character can move the target in any direction. Okay, so he actually doesn't take damage, but the door is going to be burst wide open, pushing him back all the way against the back of the wall. What do you want to do now?
So I'm going to run towards Polaris and this guy. I think I have enough just to get just outside the door, so I can't quite make it to the door yet.
Well, you make it to the door.
All right.
Actually, you can go inside if you want to. It's up to you.
All right. I mean, yeah, so I want to get to basically to the door. You're like, hey, Polaris, you okay?
She tells you, "I'm fine. These guys are nothing."
Like, all right, well, I'm gonna finish this one then.
She sees the rage in your eyes. You look like you want to murder him right now. And she tells you, all these things I've been teaching you this whole time, this prepared you for the moment. We thought things were always going to be safe on this island, but things don't look the same anymore. You need to learn to maintain your attitude. We need to make sure that, you don't kill. You've always spoke of wanting to be a hero. Now's your chance. Do not kill this man. She saw the
All right,
bloodlust in your eyes.
all right, I won't kill him.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
Um, so I guess I want to I'll give this guy a chance to give up. I'm just kind of like yell to the door, like, hey man, like now you're outgunned, and outnumbered. Like last chance to give up.
Okay. So it'll be an ego check, or do you want the logic check?
Ego check.
Okay. So you can beat his ego.
That's a 15.
Yeah, that's enough. What do you wanna what do you want to ask him or tell him?
I mean, drop the gun and come out with their hands up.
He puts his gun down, you know, you he walks out and now he's at the door, face to face with you right now. Your mom is still in the house. He's face to face with you. Polaris is on the other side of you watching things. What do you want to do?
Uh, yeah. So, how many more of you are there?
He tells you there are as many of us as we needed to be. Our leader made sure that we came in the numbers that we needed to overtake this island. This island is a plague on the earth. All you demons deserve to die. And he's just like looking at you. He just like starts laughing real maniacally as you turn around to see what he's looking at. You see ships just kind of pulling up to the port. Polaris is also paying attention. You have your back turned to him right now. He goes for his knife and he's going to attack you right now. He's going to make an agility check and compare it to your. How do you want to do it? Would you want to do a melee check to see if you can fight against him, or do you want to try to see if you can move out of the way by you do using the agility?
I would try to move out of the way.
Okay, so it's going to be an agility check. I got a 12.
My agility defense is 13.
Okay, so he missed. Tell us what happened there.
I, got distracted. The classic, hey, what's that over there? Fell for it, but I heard this guy getting up and kind of lunging towards me, so I dodged to the side just to uh, just barely avoiding him trying to stab me.
She Polaris notices all this just happened. She quickly, puts her hand, holds her hand out, sending metal flying directly towards the purifier, knocking him unconscious. She's also seeing all these ships. She also, you see in the distance, men just running over the hill towards you. She tells you, take your mom, get out of here, head towards safety. You grab your mom and she's just crying over your dad's body right now. How do you react to seeing the scene? Polaris, you see her also take flight and she look like she's going to battle. She's going to take on everyone. You know, how are you reacting towards what's going on right now?
At this point, I think I'm just full of adrenaline. I know I've got to get my mom to safety. Um, I'm suppressing all this guilt because I kind of let my dad die. But at the moment, just really trying to focus on getting her out of here and getting to safety before all these purifiers can catch up with us.
Your mom tells you she knows a safe place. She grabs your hand and quickly begins to run. She heads towards basically a cave, a safe haven, as you will say, to kind of recoup. Then let me. Okay, go ahead. You can drop yourself in the cave.
Um, am I on any particular end here?
Nope. Just pick a spot.
All right.
Okay, you're in this cave. You're walking. Your mother's crying. She was like, she thought this day would never come. She thought the island of Genosha would be safe from anyone, you know, who means to do them harm. Island of Genosha is massive. There is a city part, which you guys actually just are some island folk basically. You guys live off the land. You guys were very peaceful, not by the city. And you just see all this chaos just going around you right now. Your father's died, your mother's crying, and you guys are just walking through this cave right now, trying to figure out what's going on. What do you think they want? Your mother asked you.
I don't think they wanted anything other than to kill all of us mutants. Seemed like that's all they were after.
You're making your way through this cave. You've come to this cave many times before. This is one of the caves that you and Magma, kind of grew up in, just playing around. You see the spring inside this underground cave, and you and your mother stop there, just sitting on a log right now. Could you make a vigilance check with a target number of 11?
All right. I rolled a 10.
As you're as you're just sitting there talking to your mother, you hear footsteps. Actually, you don't hear any footsteps. You hear a whistling, just like a weird just whistling sound. And you start to hear the footsteps, and someone throws a rock at you. It just hits you in the back of the head. And you look up and you see a man basically wielding flamethrowers for hands. And he just looks at you and say, "Hey boy, long time no see." You look and you see and you cannot believe your eyes, but it is none other than Pyro.
Pyro, rank 3, height 5'10", weight 150 pounds. Gender male, eyes blue, hair blonde, size average, distinguishing features, black, skull-shaped face tattoo. Johnny Allardyce, a novelist, journalist, and adventurer, initially had little use for his mutant powers. That changed when Mystique recruited him for the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, offering a life of thrilling adventures. As Pyro, he followed her through various schemes, enjoying the excitement of crime and intrigue. His life took a tragic turn when he contracted the legacy virus, leading him to seek redemption before his death. Later, Pyro was among the first mutants resurrected on Krakoa, a process he initially resented. After unintentionally joining the Marauders, he discovered a passion for their globe-trotting lifestyle, thriving once again in adventure.
One of the members from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, he asked you, "What are you doing in here?" And you guys are still at a good distance as he's kind of walking up. He asked you, "What are you doing in here?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the run. There's people. I get these purifiers, like just invading the island and killing all of the mutants.
He tells you, "Looks like they didn't kill all of them. I mean, you and that whore mother of yours are still alive."
Whoa. What's- Hang on, buddy. Like, you're a mutant too. Like, they're coming after you as much as they're coming after me. Like, what the hell?
He tells you, "You know what the difference between you and me are? Is that they actually need me. They don't need you. They told me there's going to be a world for me after they're done killing the rest of you muties. But me, they say I got purpose. There's a reason for me to be here."
They're gonna kill
Pyro,
you as soon as they're done with you, Pyro.
he says, "No, the leader knows. I've talked to the leader multiple times, and he told me if I do a job for him, you know, I have a place here. And you know what? I'm a pretty big deal around this island. Uh, I'm actually I'm actually pretty famous. So he has the trait famous. So I just want to read this trait off. So the character is widely known and at least among a certain group of people or population, they may be well liked or they may be hated. But either way, they're famous. They have an edge when making ego checks to persuade someone who thinks they're favorable with them. They have trouble making ego checks against persuade someone who dislikes them. If the character has a secret identity, this trait works for only one of the identities. However, it can be taken multiple times. He tells you, "How about you just come with me?" How do you feel about Pyro right now?
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. These guys just murdered my dad. There's if you're on their side, then there's no way I'm coming with you.
Tells you, "I'm not asking you, buddy." He's gonna do an ego check to see if he can make you come with him. Things can get real hot around here real fast. 15.
All right.
Your mother looks at you. She tells you, "Don't go with him." She's gonna use a reaction. She's gonna use help teammate. I assume that was enough to get past.
Yeah, yeah. So I was looking to see if I had any traits that would
Yeah,
help.
any traits that will help or anything?
Yeah, at this level, I don't yet.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. I have a +1 bonus to ego checks other than attacks, which doesn't help because yeah, my ego defense is 11. So
And actually, he's gonna have trouble because even though he is famous, his trouble says you dislike them, so he's gonna have a
mhm.
trouble. So let me go ahead and would you like the middle dice to re-roll or the left dice to re-roll?
Let's re-roll the middle. Bang.
Still a 15, but your mother is gonna give you another edge. She's begging you not to go with him. Do not go with him. Think about your father, giving him another trouble. 14. You start to take a step. You know, you're doing this for your family. He keeps telling you, make sure you're on the right side of history when all this is over with. As you're taking a step, you see a fireball hit the ground, a molten lava fire ground, hit the ground between you and Pyro. And he's just like, what the hell, man? You guys both look up and you see Magma in the distance. And she's mad. She tells you not to go with him. And with that, we're going to make an initiative check. We're going to go ahead and start combat again. So
Uh,
let me get the time.
13 for me.
Okay, so let me get you added in there.
Oh, sorry, that's a fantastic 13.
Fantastic 13. So you're going into the bonus round. Magma rolled a 14 and Pyro rolled a 9. So because you got the fantastic, so you get to go into a bonus round before we start anything. So what do you want to do?
Um, so okay, so has Pyro convinced me to join him?
So you were walking towards him when the fireball suddenly came out of nowhere, kind of knocking you into your senses before you fully went with
Okay.
him.
Um, yeah, so then yeah, like so tell Pyro like it's no way, pal. It's not happening. And yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
Rolled a 19.
Okay, let me see. Does he have Okay. How much damage did it do?
11.
All right, just checking one thing. Okay. You said it did 11 damage.
Yes.
All right. So tell us what happened there.
Um, yeah, so Magma is showing up to kind of offer some support, kind of snap me out of it, and um, I'm not about to let Pyro get the jump on me, so I just open up and fire right at him.
He takes the hit, and with that, we will begin regular combat. Oh man. Okay. So Magma flies. She's going to take flight, and she is going to. Okay, she took flight, and she's basically going to move in between you and Pyro. You know, this is your friend. She doesn't want to see you get hurt. And she's gonna take just a she's gonna just take a blast, elemental burst, sorry. Actually she's going to do elemental form. Oh, it's a permanent. Anyway. So I forgot to say. So she has a permanent elemental form. And because this is a power, I just want to read it to people. The character's body is made of entirely of their element, which is fire in this case, which gives them a steady supply of their element to use and makes them essentially unkillable. When they lose all their health, their form loses its cohesion and falls apart. When they have at least one health, which they can gain back over time, normally they can reform. If the character wishes to use their elemental body in unusual ways, they should pick plasticity powers. If they wish to be able to fully human things at times, they should take shapeshift powers. And she tells you, she turns around and looks at you, is like, you see this form? You see him fully fire? I know you have this inside of you too. I know you can take on your full Blazor side. And so let's see if you can take on, your full Blazor form. Something deep down in you just happens. Let's see if you can make an ego check with a target number of 11 to see if you can activate your Blazor form.
466. That's a with a +1, so that's a 17.
Yeah, you look at her, describe how you just powered up right now. This is the first you've been able to, in the past, you've been able to kind of, flicker on here when you've in danger, been activated, but this is you fully gaining control of it. how does this happen? Or what does it look like for you?
So I've been really kind of been uh, realized the extent of my power today. Just never really been under attack with, actually being in this kind of danger. So, I feel like my powers have like been enhanced and um, kind of just starting to realize how powerful it might be. And kind of seeing magma with her like full energy for elemental form kind of inspires me and like kind of helps me kind of figure out how to release that energy and um, yeah, basically enter this elemental form.
She tells you, I knew you had it in you this whole time. Now let's take down this maniac. You know, and then you cue the fight music. I don't know, you hear like some, I don't know, what's some good fight music, some AC/DC or something. Like you hear some what's that? What's the Iron Man song? Is that Back in Black?
Yeah.
Is it that one plays in the background? And she turns around, smiles, and just unleashes an elemental barrage. The character designates a space within their line of sight and attack can affect every enemy within 10 spaces of that. The character makes a single ego check and compares it to the target's resilience defense. Affected enemies take half damage. On Fantastic, they take full and suffer the element special attack. So she's going to make an ego check, and that is a 14 going against his resilience, which just happens to barely pass with a 13. And so he's going to take half damage. It did 20 damage, so he's going to take 10 damage. And so she turns around, smiles at you, looks at him, puts on her serious face, and you just see the fireballs just rocket out of her arms. And she's just like unleashing them, throwing them all towards his way. And he's just like getting hit by them. As you're watching Blazor, what do you want to do?
um yeah, so like I'm ready to jump in there too and start firing at Pyro.
All right.
So I roll a fantastic 16.
Nice. And that was that burst or just your regular attack?
That's just my regular attack.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's gonna
Oh,
do
yep.
double damage.
Yep. That's 30 damage.
Holy crap. So tell us what happened.
Um, yeah, so I've just kind of like tapped into my elemental form. Um, Magma's here with me, just lighting up Pyro, and I'm still just running all this adrenaline from this wild day and just fully let loose and full power blast my energy burst at Pyro. Just this big giant, it's kind of wild, but like not really tight controlled beam, but just a big giant beam of energy right at him.
Pyro, gets hit and he's hurting pretty bad on that one. He he, he gets pissed and he just unleashes an elemental blast coming directly towards you. So he's gonna make an agility check and he's only gonna spend an additional 4 points, adding in an additional what is that? Add an additional two onto that. So it's gonna make an agility check. 15.
That is enough to hit.
Any reactions or anything?
Nope. I don't think I have anything I can do.
You see magma. I'm not magma. Sorry, pyro. He creates basically like a fire dragon because pyro can manipulate fire. So he's like shooting out his flamethrowers, and you just see a giant mouth open up and is heading directly towards you. Magma quickly reacts using elemental protection surrounding you. Uh, the attack did 20 or more damage. It destroys the protection, allowing damage through. Hang on. Sorry. So elemental protection 2. The character protects themselves with Oh wait, with this element. Oh wait, not this one. Sorry, did I
Yeah,
do the wrong
I
one?
think it's barrier.
Yeah. Hang on. That was not a that was not a reaction.
Oh no,
I think it might be this one.
was that sphere earlier a reaction?
Yeah, it was.
Scrolling back up to find it. Yeah, yeah, elemental spheres are a reaction.
Yeah, but that was from uh Polaris.
Oh, that's right, that was Polaris.
Magma seeing the basically the dragon go directly towards you, basically interposes and gets right in between the attack, allowing the attack to hit her instead of you. You see she screams out in pain, but she gets up, you know, and remains. She gets up basically, hurt, but she's still able to fight. That did a total of 23 damage to Magma. And then he's actually going to move a little bit. Oh, actually, and as it hit magma, he is actually going to use one of his reactions. He's going to use Wisecracker. Uh, did that one go?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. He's going to use Wisecracker. So the character cracks a joke at the enemy's expense, make an ego attack. On a success, it does regular focus damage. On a fantastic success, the damage is doubled. So he's going to do an ego check. 10, and that is a failure. Oh wow, that's crazy. Um, so he cracks a joke and Magma just like you just see everybody just like stops. He just like and like looks at him like that was like just like a dumb joke. And he's just like, I mean, come on now, they all can't be winners. And it's now Magma's turn. Magma sees you, that one was coming right towards you. That one would have hurt big time. So she is going to use she's basically going to come basically closer towards you, and she's actually going to kind of hold her turn right now. She's dependent on you to take him down. You need to stand up to this bully, and it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, so after Pyro's failed joke, I'm going to shoot at him. Another energy beam. And I roll an 18, a fantastic 18.
Uh, how much damage did it do?
That's 30.
Okay, is that 30 doubled or just 30? Or that
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
with it?
yeah,
Okay.
doubled is 30.
Tell us what happened.
Um, yeah, so really this is well, shoot, this is two attacks in a row. So twice in a row for the second time, like I'm just completely opening up and then unleashing my energy in a beam at Pyro. And it's just another full scale blast right at him.
Pyro uses elemental protection 2, 20 points to shatter. The character protects themselves with their element. Any attack against them that do against them that do 20 points of damage or less are instantly absorbed. And if the protection continues, if the attack does 20 points or damage, 20 or more damage, sorry, it destroys protection, allowing access damage to come through. So what I imagine just happened, your blue fire or your blue energy beam is going against his fire. You guys are just, going at it, the classic beam struggle, and yours just kind of overtakes his, and it destroys not only destroys his protection, destroys his fire, it destroys his equipment that was attached to him, and he quickly hits his knees, you know, arms hit the ground. He's on all fours right now, and he's just like, I I I I can't believe I lost. What do you want to say to Pyro right now?
Actually, I want to use a reaction.
Okay.
Uh, Basically, wisecracker myself. Say like, dude, like, mutant is literally in the name of your gang. They're killing mutants. You're everyone knows you're one. Like, what are you even doing?
Magma looks at you, gives you like the high five, like, got him. And he's just like, I was supposed to rule them all. And you went and ruined it. And he tells you he launches one last fireball, basically the way to the exit, making all the rocks and everything crumble. This cave is actually starting to kind of fall apart. You grab your mother, Magma. Magma picks up, Pyro. She says, no one left behind. And now you have to try to make your way out of this cave. You come up to your first obstacle. It's a bunch of rocks in the way, big boulders in the way. I need you to make a melee check with a target number 11 to see if you can kind of get these rocks out of the way.
Ooh, all right, let's see. 15.
You manage to pick up, rocks by rocks. You're moving these things out the way. The cave is starting to crumble in behind you. You get all the rocks out the way. You continue to make your way down, down and out into the light you see. You guys are running. I need you to make an agility check to try to dodge a incoming boulder coming from above.
That's an 11.
You pass. A giant boulder just comes smashing on the ground right in between you and Magma. You manage to jump out of the way. Magma also dodges out of the way. Your mother was saved at the last moment. Magma was able to push her out of the way, so everyone got out of the way. You see the light at the end of a tunnel. You know, you're about to hit the exit, and as you do, more rocks start to come down. This one's going to be a difficult check. You need a target number of 13 to kind of get out of the way if you're going to be on the side closest towards the light getting out of the exit, or will you be trapped inside of this cave as it's starting to crumble?
And this is an agility check.
Yep, target number 13.
Oh, and is this a non-combat check?
Correct, this is non-combat.
Okay. I rolled an 18.
You managed to get out of the way. Tell me how you got out of the way on this one. All these rocks starting to crumble.
Um, yeah, so ducking and duck, dip, duck, dodge, and dodge. I think I can't remember how it goes. Anyway, I'm dodging around like a man, just trying to keep my mom with me and shield her from rocks, and we're just tucking and rolling, just doing our best to wildly avoid all these falling rocks.
You managed to make your way out of the cave into the open. Magma tells you that she's going to take Pyro and put him somewhere safe. Get your mom to safety, make your way towards the city. There are more heroes who can actually help you, and we need to take back this island. You're making you're making your way in the open field. At a distance, you see a mysterious man. Oh, let me get you.
While we're shifting, I obeyed the five D's of dodgeball: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Look at that. That was a good movie, Dodgeball. All right, let me get you. You you make your way in the open field. You see the city, you see safety. This city looks like it hasn't been touched. There are mutants everywhere. All you need to do is go get help. But you see a mysterious man dressed in cloth. He looks like a priest, and you just see him, you know, he's well-mannered, well-groomed, gray hair, older gentleman, and you see him, and he says, Welcome, my son. You and your kind are no longer allowed to live in this existence. What do you want to say to this man when you see him?
Oh, just so like yeah, who are you people? Why are you even here? Like you didn't have to come here. We've led a peaceful life on this island. All you had to do was stay away.
He said, I am doing the Lord's work. God placed me on this earth to rid humankind of your people. We are the superior species. When you He looks like he knows what he wants. You know, his conviction is strong. What else do you want to say to him?
Um, I I don't think I have anything I can say to you, pal. Like you're insane. But you're not taking us down.
He tells you one cannot be insane when the Lord has your back. My God placed me on this earth, and I know he believes that I can do what it takes to handle this. He tells you I am the leader of the purifiers. I alone will take on this burden. He pulls out a huge rifle out of his hands, well, not out of his hands, out of his jacket, out of his cloth jacket, I should say, and he aims it right down the sights at you. And with that, we're going to roll for initiative. You're facing off against the leaders of the one of the leaders of the purifiers, and he looks like he means business. Let me research the turn order.
All right, I rolled a fantastic 14.
Nice, okay. And he rolled an 8. This is you're looking around this open field, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. It's only you and it's only him. No friends this time. He has no friends, and you are on your own. You get to go into the bonus round. What do you want to do?
All right. I'm going to actually I'm just gonna zero ram and just fire my elemental burst right at him. Like I'm not messing around with this guy.
All right.
And I roll a 13.
That is enough to hit.
That's 7 damage.
All right. So tell us how to happen.
Um, so yeah, this guy's taking a shot at me. I managed to dodge and have like a little bit of an edge here. Um, wait, did he shoot at me yet?
No, no, this is
Anyway,
just
so all
nope.
right. Yeah, sorry, I didn't dodge him. I just have the initiative here. Um, so yeah, so I'm just gonna not gonna wait around for him to take the first shot and shoot my energy beam. Like it's not as strong as what I was just pounding pyro with, but I still managed to hit him.
You hit him with the blast, and it hits him, and you begin to see kind of like his cloth start to kind of burn a little bit from the energy, and he just like takes it off, and all you see is just like protective body armor that he's also wearing. And with that, that was the bonus round. It is now your turn again. Oh wait, did you want to move or anything?
No, I think I'm at a good distance from him, and there's no cover around here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go take advantage of the opportunity and fire at him again. And that's a fantastic 15.
Oh dang, that is enough to hit. What was damage?
It's 30 damage.
Okay.
And I kind of forgot about this with Pyro. But he'll also take the um oh, what's it called?
Wisecracker.
No.
Oh,
The effect. Sorry, the effect of my element since I
oh
had a
yeah,
fantastic
you're
attack.
right.
Yeah, so he's going to be blinded for 1 round.
And let me grab blinded for people so they remember. Oh, if I can spell blind right. Okay, so blinded is any powers the character is concentrating on that require a line of sight, and immediately the character's speed is reduced by half for all modes of travel. They have trouble on all action checks that require a line of sight. Enemies have an edge on all action checks against the character that would reasonably require sight to defend or dodge. So yeah, he's blinded right now. He's kind of stumbling around. Uh, it's his turn. He's actually going to just take a shot at you, and he's going to have trouble since it requires line of sight. So he's going to take the first shot, and that is a 13, but he's going to have trouble on the 5, 12.
And that is a miss.
So he's like stumbling around, shooting, and you hear him yell out, "The Lord will guide my bullets to you." And with that, he's gonna kind of move just a little bit, just because he's like stumbling around. Uh, he's just moving just a little bit. And now it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna, keep my same distance from him, but I'm going to fire my energy beam at him again. Rolling an 18 for 15 damage.
All right, tell us what happened there.
Um, yeah, so I hit him with a full power blast. The guy's staggering, and he took a shot at me. Fortunately, he's not able to see me at the moment. But I really don't want to take any chances. I just want to put this guy down. So I'm fire another beam of energy. Um, be like, and also react. And since I just had a successful hit, um, so react and it's basically like, uh, yeah, your god may have given you body armor, but my god gave me um, blazing blue energy.
He calls you the devil, and he quickly uses a reaction to return fire. He makes an
Oh,
agility.
oh, hang on, I got to do. I have to make an ego attack on
Oh yeah,
my
I forgot.
wisecrack.
You're right.
Uh, roll. There we go. It was a 10.
His ego is at 11.
Ah, dang.
So even though he's deafened, your words fell on deaf ears. Oh wait, he's blinded.
He's blinded.
It all works the same. He's blinded. He didn't hear you what was going on. He was too busy shooting back at you with return fire. So the character makes an agility check, which I'm actually going to have trouble on it. So it's been an agility check versus your vigilance defense. Um, and then if the attack is success, apply health damage reduction normally. Any damage taken is then applied to the target's focus instead. The attack, if it's a fantastic, the damage is doubled and the target takes focus damage and stunned 1 round. So he's going to make an agility check against your vigilance defense. So agility, and then he's going to have trouble. So let me do the trouble on the 3. Oh, making it an 8
Okay. All right.
against your vigilance.
Yeah, my vigilance defense is 10. So
So yeah, he's firing, he's missing, of course. Uh, that was his reaction, and now it's his turn. Still blinded. He's telling you he's going to shoot by faith, and he's going to. Let's see, how far are you? So 7, but he can only do half. So he's just going to start shooting using suppressive fire. Make another agility check against the vigilance defense, and again, since he is blinded, he's going to have trouble.
oof.
So trouble on the 6, making it a 1, making it a 13 against your vigilance defense.
Now vigilance defense is 10. So that's a hit.
So that's a hit, and you're gonna take uh so you're gonna take 12 focus damage. So he's just like, he's just shooting, forcing you to kind of, hit the ground, take evasive maneuvers, and that's gonna go to your focus damage, and now it's your turn.
So that takes my focus negative.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Ooh, so then that makes you actually let me back it up for a second. Wait, what would it be if it's negative?
-2. I have 10 focus.
Okay. Let me grab something. Oh, you can use a point of karma though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, let's do that. Let me use a point of karma.
Okay. So, you hit the ground and you're like laying on the ground now. You lost conscience for a second. You're in a state of in between. What are you thinking right now? What's going on in your head as you're unconscious?
Um it's basically like I got too cocky. I thought I had this guy dead to rights, and here I am
All
on my
right.
back. Yeah.
All right. So let's roll for karma. So you at least have to get at least need to pass a 10, a target check of 10 to at least get the karma back.
And what am I rolling?
You are going to roll uh it is going to be a vigilance check.
Vigilance. Okay.
Yep.
Dang. Um, I rolled an 11.
Okay, there you go. So you passed it. So then you're going to total up that number and then times it by what was it again?
Is it
I
by rank?
think so. I feel like I always forget it.
Two.
Let me pull up Demiplane. Demiplane has the most recent update. And you have to look it up by Karma. Oh, recovery check. Here we go. Okay, to recover focus, make a vigilance check. The target number for this roll is 10. Okay, on a success, take the Marvel die and multiply it by the character's rank, just as you would a normal damage roll. I feel like we didn't do that last time, did we?
No, we haven't been doing that
And we have not been doing that.
because the PDF says to do it times the full roll. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
mean, which doesn't really make sense because yeah, like if you're
you wouldn't get that much back.
yeah, you're never going to get very much. It could hardly ever be worth doing.
Yeah, let's do it like we've been doing it. We'll call that house rules. So yeah, total up your number and then multiply it by your rank.
Okay, so yeah, so I rolled an 11, rank one.
So you get all 10 back because you can't go over it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm back to 10 focus.
While you were in the in between, that was all going through your head, you know, you slowly you're slowly gaining get back consciousness and you've noticed that he's gotten a lot closer to you. He's making his way towards you to make the final kill shot. What do you want to do now?
Um, yeah, I think about the only thing I can do is to hop back up and shake it off and fire at him again.
Let's see what you can do.
So I roll a 14,
And yep, that's enough. How much damage you do?
15 damage.
All right, so tell us what happened there.
Um, yeah, so the guy caught me and had me down. So but I jumped back on my feet. He's coming closer, and I'm getting a little desperate. But yeah, take a shot at him and catch him just full in the chest. Um, 15 damage. And
He gets
I say
oh,
I'm
continue.
gonna yeah, so I'm gonna react again and uh just like nice try, pal, but I ain't down yet. And
Okay.
basically make use of a wisecracker reaction.
Okay.
Um, and on that I roll a fantastic 14.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely beat his.
So Wisecracker, crack a joke at the enemy's expense, make an ego attack on success, regular focus damage on fantastic. The damage is doubled and the target is stunned for 1 round.
He,
That's 26 doubled focus damage.
yeah, it doesn't even matter because he reaches out for you. You know, you on the ground, he was going to shoot you, and you gotta quickly hit him with a blast. You know, it hit him real hard, and so he's reaching out for you, get ready to grab you, and he just falls face first into the dust. And as the dust settles, your mom just comes rolling, not rolling, running out, you know, quickly embracing you. You know, she was so afraid for your life. She thought you had died. You know, she thought she had saw the end of it.
I thought I died.
That's what you told her. You thought you died.
It's
Yeah.
the prequel. Blazor's been dead the whole time.
Out of the sky, you see a flash, and Lorna Dane Polaris comes, you know, floating down, telling you she watched the whole fight. You know, she's so proud of you. You handled this one yourself, no backup, you know, and she just gives you just like a huge hug. And she tells you the fight is not over yet. I saw what you did. You know, I think you managed to blaze this person. I kind of like the name. How about how about we call you Blazor from this point on? How do you like that name?
I, that name that feels like it fits.
She tells you your story is not over yet. We must go save the rest of Genosha against the enemy scum like this man. We don't know why they're here, but we do know that today is not the day Genosha falls. And so is the story of Blazor. And there we have it. There's your origin story. The day that, you know, the purifiers attacked Genosha.
Nice. Yeah, that's been a crazy day for him.
Yeah, look at that. A young 13-year-old boy, you know, found his courage to defend his home and take down the one. That was really thematic too. Like the fact that you went unconscious is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's yeah, after a day of multiple like fantastic roles, and then like I'm just on the brink of death.
You pulled it off. You pulled it off. So the origin story we have now for Blazor, Magma, his trusty friend, Polaris, his mentor, and now you have almost a new rival in Pyro. So, you know, back in modern day and back in present day, all these things, it's just like a flashback, I imagine. I would say this happened like when you guys were on your downtime, you know, in between some of the fights for New York. And it's kind of going on. And with that, that is where we end this one. Hopefully everyone enjoyed seeing the origin story for Blazor. And, you know, hopefully we can get the origin story for the rest of the gang. And with that, we will see you later.